Hi, it's Mitz. I hope you are doing well. I'm finally here doing the tutorial that I have mentioned that I will do for quite some time now. This is how I print on tracing paper. So I use the tracing paper pack from Daiso. It is in the A4 size and it includes 20 sheets of tracing paper for 100 yen, which is equivalent to $1. And I find it quite convenient that I can, or I like the fact that I can print on tracing paper the various types of printables and artwork from the artists that I am subscribed to on Patreon. And this is an example of the lovely artwork from Courtney Diaz, Little Raven Ink, and I will leave all the links down below. But I really miss that aspect of my daily journal. With the A6 Hobonichi Techo size, I find that I'm not including as much artwork, and when I was in my cousin's size, which is the A5 size, so double the size, I would include a lot of fun, colorful collages and elements, journal elements, and so I really miss that aspect. But when I found out about printing on tracing paper, I've started to trickle more artwork into my journals. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure that it's lined up straight. I end up cutting the shorter edge just a tad, not even a centimeter, and then you see me cutting the longer side as well, but it's not necessary. I've done it recently quite a few times already now. It's not necessary to trim the edge of the long side. The reason why I trim is because I find that I cannot get the edges straight 100%. There's always a bit of overlap, and then that sometimes jams up my printer, and if you're the type that can get it nicely straight on to the regular printer paper, then there's no need to trim. I myself cannot seem to get it straight on directly onto the A6 printer paper. This is just regular copy paper, and all I'm doing is gluing down just the edges in just a little bit. I'm not doing the whole side. The reason is I don't want, it's easier to remove the very delicate tracing paper afterwards if it's just a couple of points where there's glue. If it's a whole roll of glue, it's going to be really difficult to remove and it might tear. So this is a second sheet that I'm doing. Once again, I just grab a regular copy paper in A4 size, which is the same size here, and I'm just adding just a touch of tape runner to the edges. Both on all four sides I'm doing that. I've done it in the past where I only did it on two edges, or I've only done it on one edge, and every single time I seem to jam up the printer, and perhaps your printer is different, but my printer is a little bit sensitive, and so I end up gluing down all four edges, and then I just pass it through the printer. This is what it looks like on tracing paper. It's very, very thin, as you can see, and the colors are still vibrant. And once again, it really depends on your printer. I'm using a just a standard color printer, and yeah, so all I do is I end up cutting out the images and I end up sticking them into my journal. So that's the very quick and very, I hope, simple way of explaining the tracing paper process to you. I print on tracing paper, like I said, because it's nice and thin. It's a lot cheaper than purchasing vellum. I can't seem to get vellum. It's not easy access here in Japan, so I prefer the tracing method. It's 20 sheets for $1, so it's not very expensive, and then I can easily stick the collage elements into my daily journal. The rest of the video is quite, it's not really relevant. I just end up, this is like old footage, so I'm just using a stencil and adding some color to my pages. I think this is from, when is this from? from May, but I filmed this quite a while ago and I was preparing my future pages in advance, and I'm just adding some color with some distress oxide, I think it is, and a stencil. I have a couple minutes here left, so I will mention that I have already filmed a video discussing or sharing with you the differences between my current Hobonichi and my previous Hobonichis, and it was really fun to look back at my previous journal pages. I only have easy access to the last 2 years or so, so it will be looking through my past 2 years in my Hobonichi. I'm going to have to take some time and go through the storage and get my older journals from maybe 2014 or something, but that will have to be sometime in the future, far future most likely. But it was still very interesting to see and reflect my journal journey, and I have found some new discoveries, or found some discoveries looking back at some of my older pages. So I will have to edit and place that up on YouTube, most likely in the coming week or so. And like I mentioned, I will have to do a flip through of my journal pages, and I think a half-year review would be a nice time. It's already June, my goodness. And so I think a half-year review looking at my planners and journals would be fun as well. If you have any requests, please let me know. Oh, I have also filmed, I think it's a fountain pen ink type of video as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it or how I'm going to title it, but I was just having some fun with some fountain pens. So yes, anyways, I think that's it. I hope this tutorial was easy to understand. I'm always here if you have any questions or you need me to explain in further detail. Yeah, I hope this was interesting and fun for you. I feel so out of the loop in terms of videos and content. I'm having a hard time trying to find the time to film. But I am very appreciative for you being here, and I always want to have free content to share with you here on YouTube, so I really try my best to film when I can, and I think filming is okay. It's the time to find, the time to edit is what's difficult to find, but once again, I'm so thankful that you are here and watching this video, and for your support. I hope you are doing well and staying safe. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.